Hello again. We've been talking about this topic a while ago. This is a sustain pedal. Why? Because I got me a digital piano. Look there. That's a Thomann DP26. I'm using that for teaching piano. And of course, it needs a sustain pedal. If you remember, it was that talking about direct and reverse sustain pedal. And the Roland I used before, it was something like that when the switch was open. In fact, close. That's what electrically means in the air. I had sustain, and then when I opened the circuit, or close the switch, in fact, open the circuit, to let the electrons running in the circuit, then the sustain disappeared. That was a direct pedal, and the reverse one, it's exactly the other way around. When you press it, then you have sustain. It's kind of, it's a mess. I've been reading around, so there is nothing about, which is direct and which is reverse. So that doesn't really matter. I have this sustain pedal for DP26 from Thomann in Germany. And what's the most important thing? Look here. We have a switch. And it can be normally closed circuit and normally open circuit. Or take it the other way. Open switch, on switch. So this pedal with a simple polarity switch can serve to any other keyboard. I have to say that it's a really good pedal. The spring here, it's really strong, and that remembers me of the acoustic piano, and that's great. Okay, like always, let's open it up and see what's inside there. I'm curious what kind of mechanism or what kind of switch they are using inside, because it's quiet, it's very quiet. There we go. Oh, I already seen that. Nothing spectacular. So it's a simple switch, no latch, just a push switch. Here we are. You see that? But this kind of switch have something important. There is a middle pin which transfer the contact to the sides. In this situation, it's very clear the contact is up here somewhere. Of course. Let's analyze this. We got the middle pin right here, and here normally we have the up contact closed or the switch on. If we change the pressure like that, so now we have contact on, we are pressing like that. So this is the Roland way, with the contact on all the time. When we press the pedal, the contact is in the air. It's getting to infinite, and that means sustain on. For a Korg, it was exactly the other way. With the contact in the air, when we press the pedal, now the sustain is on. So this is, in fact, very nice to be switchable. So this pedal, in fact, can be used to any kind of keyboard. This is really nice. And in here, as you see, we have of course, spider web, a really strong spring which really imitate the really classic piano pedal pressure, and that's nice. Okay, Let's have this back in place. Oh, but before that, let me trying to have a reversing schematic. Maybe it's useful for us in the future, to design a pedal or to fix a pedal. Okay guys, so let me draw a kind of schematic somehow to see how is this working like. So we have double switches. The working switch, the pressure switch, and the polarity switch up here. Okay? Now, let's see the connection. The middle pin here goes right there. Okay. The top, it's open. Bottom here goes there. Okay. And the other side, the middle pin comes all around to the other side of the switch, like that, and down here. Okay. The top here goes the top there, right? And we have another one at the bottom, which looks like in the air. This guy, like this one, it's in the air. Obviously, when we have this one pressed, in this position, here we have the ground, okay, and here we have the output. So we got this in this position, and the circuit is coming from these two guys and to this side here. And if we have the switch in this position, then when the switch is like that, it's normally on. The switch, general switch, on. If we press the pedal, obviously this goes in the air, and the other guy here, it's in the air, so nothing happens. But if we switch this guy in this other position, then in the first 1 and 2, when we are in the first position, obviously this is in the air, and when we press the pedal, will be on and bringing 0 ohms to the output. That's the schematic. Kind of simple, but anyway, it's nice to understand that the system for eventually repairs, it's very nice and quiet. I like this, it's a piece of metal, pretty heavy, that keeps the pedal steady on the floor, or put on the floor, better said, like usually. A screw is missing. Oh, it's inside there. Oh my god. Okay, so now let's see what we got here. The switch, the pedal is on. Closed circuit. Let's see what's happening when I put this on the piano, okay? All right. That's the pedal here. Let's see. You see? The sustain, it's on. Now we just change the polarity, and there we are. And sustain on. Nice. Obviously this pedal is much more complex than a Korg one we fixed it a while ago. Involves 2 poles, switches, and the kind of board and connections. Anyway, it's not hard to do it anyway, but you need this kind of double pole switching. It's not a simple, if you remember, yes, thank you. If you remember, the other pedal was very simple. We had that spring up here, and the kind of contact like that. Okay, so when the spring was down, obviously we had the switch on, and that's it. You know, this was like an U shape on a board, something like this. To change the polarity in this situation, we have to get the spring inside here, and here we have a permanent on, and when we press, then it's something like this. Okay, that's the spring and that's the contact here, and the contact, it's up here somehow, you see, it's on all the time. When we press, then here is going to infinite. So this one is a little complex, but in the same time it's universal. You can use it with any other keyboard. Well, I hope it's useful, and like always, please consider subscribing to my channel. Push the like button, doesn't cost you anything. And by the way, I'm getting soon 6,000 subscribers. Be the one, be the number 6,000. Okay, I'm waiting your questions. I'll be happy to answer. And of course, like always, be creative and have fun. Bye bye.